Hello, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you find yourself in this world of ours. Our story now takes us back to Dragon Age Rise of the Qunari, back to the Inquisition headquarters the next day, with the sun rising up, beautiful morning, a little bit hot, about 98, and a new little, not really a caravan, but entourage coming into the Inquisition. Possibly some new members, maybe some more trade, who knows? But now our camera pans down to some of the newcomers just entering the main hall of the Inquisition. As you proceed on in for the characters that are just coming in, the Inquisition has spread out a lot from what it used to be. Now it is not only the castle, but there has literally been a town developed around it, and there are two major castles which develop the two major headquarters for the Inquisition, one up north and one in the south. Each one has varying trade routes, supplies, and towns, mills, etc., adorning it around. And the one you're going into is the main one, which is up north. And as you proceed into the main entrance hall or guild hall, so to speak, it is very lavishly presented. Obviously, there's been quite a bit of effort put into restoring the castle, and it's been kind of brought back to its previous glory. And you can see that there are not too many people here. There's some people that look like they're military, some people that look like they're diplomats and whatnot. But it seems to be a lot less crowded for those of you who have been in the Inquisition a long time than it has been.
Hmm. Sarah's, for her part, just gets out of the van. She's been having a pleasant enough ride. She's quite relaxing. She's meditated a bit. She just stretches, looks around, nods to herself a bit.
It's a very nice day. Cool western breeze comes down from the more southern desert like areas. It's very calm. You feel quite relaxed actually when you look at the surrounding environment. Where the castles were placed is very not only tactically advantageous, but it's a great sight. You can see pretty much the whole valley from here, and it's very relaxing.
Sarah's approves. This is good.
If you proceed on into the main hall, you see as I described before, and you see a woman sitting at the one of the big, large desks with just massive amounts of paper on it. And she looks a little something like this. And she is sitting there just with a writing utensil and pauses for a moment, looks up, sees you coming in, goes back to writing something, and waits for you to approach.
Hmm. Actually, Sarah's will just, give it a couple minutes. Just looks at the place, looks at some of the writings, and she'll go over. Hello.
Good evening. Um, I take it you are one of the new possible recruits that wants to join our
Well, I hope
Inquisition.
so.
All right, please have a seat.
She nods. She'll sit down. She'll probably sit in a lotus position or something. Like what
Mhm.
she finds most relaxing. She'll just sit.
She looks you up and down for a moment and gets out a new piece of paper and flattens it out. She starts writing down, and she's like, "Name?"
Don't you have? Oh, okay. Sheriff's Delirium.
Mhm. She writes down a few more things. She asks you like occupation.
Well, I tend to
Oh,
help out whenever I can. Small folk.
mhm.
I don't know what you want to call that, but
No worries. Age.
23.
Any known crimes or bounties?
No, not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
But well, I mean, I hope you're not masking for any, like, I don't know, letters of recommendation because that's probably not going to happen either.
Unneeded. Your letters of recommendation have already been sent to us.
Really?
Yes. She puts down the quill, and then she kind of rests her hands on the table. She says, "So tell me, um, why does one such as you wish to join our Inquisition? I mean, no offense by that statement. I'm merely asking why you wish to join."
Well, if all of the stories and all of the things going on are true, a lot of people who have no influence or anything to do with the decision to make war on this or our country is going to end up dead or worse. I want to help stop that.
Good. Good. Well, tell me a bit about yourself, Sarah.
Um, Grew up in the Alien Age.
Mhm.
She gets a little, not defensive, but a little bit unsure. She just figgles with one of her ears. Um, I don't know. I kept to myself a lot, and well, I know the right decision and the wrong decision when I see them. Tend to. Well, I may be colored from my. I spend most of the time in the Alien Age, and it's well, you know.
Understood.
So
I
one
know.
day
I
I
know.
simply decided to help out, start helping out, and it worked out well. And well, I tend to, I in a very early age, I began practicing, I suppose. I tend to keep to myself.
Roll a perception check.
And that is a D20. Correct?
Yeah, 1d20 plus your perception.
That is 29.
Okay, easily. You see that her eyes are glowing a very faint white. It's really hard to notice in the bright light coming through the windows. You can tell.
Hmm.
She looks you up and down for a moment. She says, "All right." She writes down a few more things, and she says, "This information is for your office here at the Inquisition." And she reaches under the desk and she slides across kind of a badge, a little tab badge, if you will, and it's with the symbol of the Inquisition on it. Says that is your symbol of office. If anyone gives you trouble under certain laws or regulations, simply flash that. We are allowed to act outside of normal jurisdictions. And then she starts kind of going over like the rules with you and whatnot. And she
There's a
says,
there's a definite smile when she gets the badge.
of course, you know that there is no discrimination here, but there are rules that should be followed. as long as you follow the rules I've described you and follow orders and help each other stay alive, you should fit in quite well here. Welcome to the Inquisition. You may check the bounty board, or shall we say, mission board, if you will, for things you may wish to do. But for now, make yourself comfortable in the mess hall.
All right.
My name
Thanks.
is Priscilla. You can call me Pris. She holds out her hand to shake.
Oh, she takes it. Chris. All right.
Look forward to working with you. And then she sits down and goes and gets out another blank piece of paper and looks toward the door behind you expectantly, like there's going to be someone else coming through.
She will look at her and just. I didn't bring any ink myself. Can I borrow some?
She looks up at you and then looks down to one of the other drawers on the desk. She opens up one on the right, and then she hands you a small bottle of ink and a quill. And then she hands you a little rolled up piece of parchment.
Thanks a lot.
Of course.
Yeah, and she will begin to head out, and we'll find her way down to the mess hall.
As you are proceeding to the mess hall, Carl, are you here?
I believe that is a no.
I just saw him unmute. I don't think his microphone is working properly. You might need to change the settings.
How about now?
Now we can hear you.
There we go. Thank you, Hans. I was trying to speak all this time.
So, whenever Yami is ready to enter the position,
Yes.
she may.
Yes, indeed. Through the door comes a rather tall but lithe figure adorned with heavy-looking ornate armor and red hair, which underneath hides what seems to be a lot of wrapped bandages over this person's eyes. She clutches in her hands a large scythe that she very, very clearly taps on the ground in front of her as she walks forward, her head slowly swaying left and right. However, her pace is rather steady as she begins to approach the desk with remarkable precision for someone that seems to not see at the moment with all the bandages upon her eyes.
Priscilla stands up and grabs one of the brass tubings that scrolls are often held in. And she walks over to an office door, and she takes the brass tubing and she clangs the doorknob, and it makes a kind of a loud doing sound. And she's standing off to your far left now, whereas she was in front of you.
The girl seems to track the sound of her footsteps as she moves, turning her head roughly in the direction of Priscilla. But she doesn't seem to speak up just yet.
Priscilla knocks the brass tubing against the doorknob again and then casts Ghost Sound. And the sound is now reverberating all around you. And she goes back to sit in the desk chair. You hear it slide off. And roll me your perception.
That is a 13.
Okay. That's not too bad. It's kind of difficult to discern where she is now because the sound is just echoing all around you. But it does not appear to be painfully sounding. It just appears to be all around you. She says, "Come forth, Yami. Please, have a seat."
The girl seems to hesitate for a moment, as if looking uncomfortable. Her grip on her scythe tightening some before it loosens again, and she starts to step forward as if reassured.
And you find your way to the chair fairly easily. And then the moment you sit down, the ghost sound stops. And I'm going to go ahead and describe it as you're seeing it because I know how you're seeing it. You see Priscilla lower her hand a bit, and the ghost sound goes away. And she says, "Sincerest apologies, Miss Yami. I just merely wanted to see how capable you were, and it seems that the report was not wrong."
After a moment of barely even a reaction, she then nods and seems to reach up under her armor to bring out what seems to be a small scroll and pen.
Priscilla holds out her hand.
Yami then puts it down in front of the desk in front of her, and very, very methodically starts to drag the pen across it, slowly but surely forming a simple word of hello. That deed did seem to take its time.
Mm-hmm. Can you speak?
She shakes her head after a moment.
Priscilla nods. She says, "Then tell me, Yami, the reports didn't confirm a whole lot with me. Why do you wish to join the Inquisition?"
She still, once again, immediately after the response, and then seems to move once more to drag the paper back towards her and start to scribble on it. And slowly but surely, out comes the words, "Mercenary need somewhere to stay."
I see. Well, here at the Inquisition, we are not just sellswords. We are more of comrades in arms. And you will be paid, of course, for your duties. But how best to put this? When you swear fealty to the Inquisition, you swear fealty to the Inquisition. Will this be a problem for you?
After another moment, Yami shakes her head once more.
I understand. She starts writing down like your name and occupation, and everything, and then she says, "Normally, I would ask the subject if to tell me a bit about themselves and why they are here. But I can forego that if you wish. But I will certainly like to hear your story sooner or later. Or see it, so to speak."
After another moment, Yami nods once more. It seemed the motion, now that she's repeated a few times, seems very mechanical, more trained than just a natural response.
She kind of takes a quick look like she's looking you up and down. And if you are observing her in sight, you notice, you can clearly notice that her eyes are glowing. And she's looking you up and down.
Yami seems idle, as if waiting for something. She even seems to be sniffing the air a little bit. But something seems to make her snap back into attention and just, well, stare as best as she can back at Priscilla.
This one is insightful. She can see more than she lets on. Perhaps this new line of work will benefit for us.
there's little response from Yami except a shift of the sight. She seems to move it a little bit more in front of her, though it's not a hostile gesture. It's almost like she's emphasizing it.
Priscilla doesn't say much more. Then she stands up, and you see her slide across a badge across the table to you.
Another pause. And slowly but surely, Yami raises her hand, reaches forward, and then slowly but surely hovers her hand over the badge, brings it down, and takes it. The motion she did after being able to touch the badge was much smoother than the one she used to get to it.
Do you need me to show you to your quarters, or can you make it? Your room is up on the 3rd floor, a second door on the left. 10 paces.
Yami seems to open her mouth and almost let out a sound, but something makes her seem to stop. And then she just nods and stands up. She taps the scythe on the ground a couple of times and begins to head off in the indicated direction, seeming to do a very good job of navigating around any obstacles there may be.
You see Priscilla kind of walk around you, and she opens the door for you to the upstairs.
Yami stops, gives another nod after looking towards Priscilla, then proceeds upstairs.
Oh, and Yami, normally, Pyres of the Inquisition go to the bounty board to find things they may want to do or tasks that need to be done. But if you need to, well, she thinks for a moment, and then she looks at the scythe. She says, well, if you ever have trouble with the seeing, then just come to me and ask. But I don't think that will be a problem for you. She smiles. At least not if I've been reading the reports correctly.
The only response is a nod again, and a small sound, a little,
Welcome to the Inquisition, Yami. I look forward to working with you.
And with that, Yami once more begins to head up the stairs, marking each step with her scythe.
There is much energy in this place. Perhaps we can discuss with friends piece of interest, similar abilities. Although I find it interesting, I think you are the only or the first any member of the Inquisition. No sight. Well then, I guess we will simply proceed to our room. And with that, the camera pans back down to the mess hall where the other characters, if they wish, may enter or have some bickering to do.
Well, I want to inquire of the condition of my friend Porthos. How is your asshole?
I also am curious as to the welfare of the dwarf.
I really do not want to talk about it. Could we just continue eating because I have no alcohol in my body? He stares at fucking Serena. Because if I did, I would be telling you about it. I don't want to talk about it. Can we just continue eating in silence?
Dwarf, your health is actually of some concern to me.
If it did, you would be giving me alcohol right now because that fire did not feel good. So can we just not talk about the fire and continue eating, and hopefully it doesn't stings when I move.
What? Serena, you're
What?
going to say?
What do you want me to say? Uh, fine. Well, it was his fault.
Uh, Look, I replaced the alcohol with coffee, and it's slightly working. A bit better than I expected, to be honest, but can we please not talk about it because this coffee is not alcohol and it doesn't do anything to the mind. Well, it keeps me awake. That's good, I guess, but still
Dwarf,
not alcohol.
you
Yes.
are not drinking alcohol. You are
Yes, I know
drinking,
that.
no, you are drinking sewer
Ah,
water passed off as alcohol. That is why you feel so
How
bad.
how dare you call Dragonfish sewer water? I might if I didn't like
Porthos,
you so much, I would throw
ah,
this coffee on your face.
you're very grumpy and cranky. You have to uh, learn
He points at you.
how to
You would
deal
be
with
angry too
things.
if you had your asshole burnt.
Now, whose fault was it drinking a potion that you didn't know about, right on the backside of my horse, no less?
Well, look, we know what it does. I wanted to try it out while we were in battle, but you didn't let me, so I.
Oh yes, because that would be ideal for you to fart fire on the enemy and then burn your chaps and run to wherever you run to.
To be honest, that would be very amusing if I farted my enemies to death. But you didn't.
I
You.
doubt it would
Uh,
result in your death.
well, we will never know because you told me to drink it
Oh,
while we were walking.
we can know. You can try it again. I'm sure your
Yes,
fellow dwarf
yes.
has more of these potions, and you're
Before,
reckless enough to try it.
look, I will only try it again if our dear new friend Dwarf. He looks around. I don't see him anywhere, but if I try it again, I would rather put some fire resistant up my anus before I drink the fucking thing again so I don't burn my asshole off. If that would be, huh.
I'm curious. How did you heal your arse from that?
I
Yes,
do
dwarf, that
not,
would actually be a feat of medical
I do
ingenuity.
not want to talk about it. There is no alcohol in my system, only pure caffeine.
I'm still amazed, dwarf, how you managed to burn your arsehole.
Hey, it's magic. I do not question it. Dwarves cannot cast magic. I just wanted to breathe fire. It came out of the different mouth, and I don't want to talk about it.
Perhaps if you wanted to come out the right hole, you should insert it in your arse the first time.
He actually, he, he sort of thinks about it and just glares at you. Why don't you try that next time?
I do not ingest that many strange liquids of unknown origin.
Look, if you have
I
been
will
over,
not comment on that. And she's gonna glare at Augustus and his hypocrisy.
How dare you
uh,
question my honor, woman?
you know what? I have a
Last
better
thing I
idea.
remember is uh, how you missed that very important expedition in which you were needed because you had that swig of that weird potion that Jacqueline made.
It looked like a perfectly fine alcoholic beverage. Its strength was just underestimated.
That reminds me. Why don't we go to Jacqueline and ask her for more of that fire stuff? Well, I assume she can make one that doesn't shoot out of your ass, actually come out of your breath instead.
Dwarf, your breath is already rancid enough without adding to it.
Everyone
I
sitting
think
there will notice a young elf sitting, kind of by herself. She's sitting and scribbling something, and she's drinking you'd guess would be tea.
Uh-huh.
And she's just sitting on the benches, but her legs are folded in, and she's just sitting there writing.
How far away are you from our table?
A couple of tables away,
I
probably.
see there's fresh blood.
Porthos is going to look to the left and look to the right, and then he'll notice you, and then he will walk to you and goes, "You there? How would you like to breathe fire?"
She looks up at him.
Serena rolls her eyes.
Augustus is just shaking
Not
his head.
quite sure. If are you asking me? You wanting to buy me a drink, or
No.
is this trying to sell something?
To be fair, I would buy you a drink, but then he glares at Serena, and then he goes to you, looks at you again. No, I literally mean breathing fire out of your mouth where there's burning sensation
wanna
and you
sell
Hey,
feel the-
Porthos, you can buy the lady a drink, just as long as you don't buy yourself one too. I go
You
You
with
want to
look-
sell something? Look, I
I do
just
not
arrived.
want to sell something. It's more of a test to see if you could actually breathe fire.
Well, I think it's probably not the best idea to do it on the first day. She smiles.
That
She
is
smiles
the
quite warmly
yes.
at you.
That's the best time to do it. You got to make the best kinds of impressions.
Serena will look to Augustus and say, I believe that he's the worst influence on everyone here.
I think we should probably stuff the dwarf in a hole and lock him in and throw away the
No
key.
more talk of holes, please.
Oh yes, I remember. I'm sorry.
Speaking of bad influences, they're talking to each other.
uh,
Oh, hello, Jacqueline.
Hello, Serena.
as you say that, Porthos sees you and he goes, he runs to you and he goes, "Hey, Jacqueline, I have a very curious question for you.
Yes.
Can you make us breathe fire and not actually go through our assholes?
I can make myself breathe fire.
But can you make us breathe fire?"
I can't make other people breathe fire.
Aren't you an
Excuse me,
alchemist?
the dwarf does not speak for myself. He only wants himself to breathe fire.
My extracts only work for me. They're
See,
similar to
this
arcane
is what the
spells.
other dwarf didn't warn you about, I believe. That might be the problem here.
Ah,
Did
so
you
the
get the
problem
chance
was
to meet your fellow alchemist, Jacqueline?
Generally, alchemist extracts don't work for anybody but the alchemist themselves.
is that why I farted fire instead of breathing fire?
Most
Ah,
likely.
where is life? Oh well. Well then, why don't you guys meet our new friend over there? He points at the elf. She seems quite, well, she's a newbie from what she says, so why don't we give her some very good first impressions?
Like you've been one to give a good first impression.
He winks at you, and
Hmm.
then he walks towards the new girl.
Jacqueline will follow.
Hello. Oh, she gets up and does a bow.
Please, no need to be so formal with me. And you see an amused look on Jacqueline's face.
Oh yeah, you see this dwarf, he is wearing some fancy looking silks. Like, if you've ever been to Orlais, it looks like he's wearing an Orlesian style doublet.
Hmm.
I forgot to introduce myself. He bows to you. I am Porthos Scorpion at your service.
And I am Jacqueline.
She is just Jacqueline.
Hmm.
Well, I'm Saris. I actually just got here.
Oh? May I ask why you decided to join our little inquisition?
Well, there's only so much you can do in an alienage. And, well,
Ah, so you are from the alien ages.
Hmm.
yeah. And I tend to go where I'm needed. And let's just say an enormous war is starting. People everywhere are going to need me. And, well, getting away from prejudiced human assholes is probably going to be a step up. So there's that, too.
Might I inquire what city you're from, dear friend?
She looks at you just because I thought it would be obvious.
Ah, you are from Denerim.
Yeah.
You
Oh.
know, that's he looks at Serena, I guess.
Well, that's where I'm from.
She looks at you.
Ye-
Well, that's weird. We've never met, I think.
Well, I don't think you would have noticed. How old are you anyway?
23.
You know, it is very rude to talk about age without even introducing yourself to the poor girl.
I'm
Uh,
I'm
sorry.
not a poor girl, but thanks.
At this point, interject myself. Dwarf, what would you know about manners?
Well, a lot. Unlike
Well,
you.
when it's talking to pretty ladies, I'm sure.
At this point, Charlie would bite the dwarf's silk blade and start tearing at it.
Do not fight the doublet. It is made out of silk. How many times do I have to tell you this is really expensive?
You didn't
Dwarf,
pay
what?
for it.
You're not in Orlais, Porthos. Nobody really cares about your fanciness.
I did not pay
Dwarf,
for it, but someone did.
What? You sprayed something at blade to annoy my Charlie, didn't you?
No? Look, introduce yourself to our new friend, you rude bastard.
I mean, if you
Sorry,
need a
right?
moment, I will be back. That's totally fine.
I bow towards the new guests. My name is Augustus Expertus, and this big white ball of fluff is my purebred direwolf Charlie, who is currently munching on the dwarf's silk doublé.
Serena rolls his eyes when he says my
Big
purebred
ball of fluff.
direwolf. No, the purebred direwolf. The ball of fluff is okay.
Hello.
Just so you
Um,
know. Go on.
No, it's a pleasure to meet all of you.
Well, I'm a bit older than you, so I suppose this is why we have not met.
Oh, yeah, okay. She smiled.
I haven't been in Denerim for some time.
Though
Yeah,
it would be easy to notice a human among elves.
If you
Yeah,
fear about
yeah.
being noticed, just
My
hide
mother
behind
was
Charlie.
an elf.
Yes, but you don't look elf.
That doesn't mean that I don't.
How exactly does one look elf, if I may ask?
Exactly,
Well-
Jacqueline. Please do explain. How does one look elf? Please let us know.
As
Biologically,
the-
elves are shorter than humans and have of course, pointy ears. They tend to be quicker and not as lumbering, and tend to be more of quick wit than their human cousins.
Yes, but Jacqueline, do you not remember the famous motto that differentiates a species from one another? Never play chess with elves. Never gamble with elves. They know you're lying. Never gamble with dwarves. They know how to cheat better than you. And never gamble with humans because, well, let's face it, we cheat.
Sheriff will just smile at the new person and just say, "Oh, hello."
Yes. Forgive me, I haven't introduced myself. Actually, this is the first time I've met a lot of you. You can just call me Blondie. And he says, I'll give you three guesses why they call me that.
Blondie.
I would shake your hand if the dog wasn't biting into my doublet.
Yeah, that looks somewhat unfortunate for you there.
Purebred direwolf, you ignorant dwarf.
Is
Your
Blondie
hair
an
is
elf or a human?
blonde.
Blondie appears to be human.
Okay. Yeah, Saris will just be the first one over. Hello. I'm Saris. She just shakes his hand.
Saris, good to meet you. It's always good to see new blood here.
I'm Serena.
Hello, Serena. I've been seeing you around.
You know, Blondie, it would be easier if you told us your name so we could call you something different than that.
If that's
Well-
what he wants to be called, that's what he's gonna be called. It's not.
It's
be
a
fair-
nickname we came up with.
To be fair, Jacqueline, I would indeed like you to call me by the nickname. I do find it quite flattered. But if you really must know my first name, it's a little bit boring, in all honesty. Kind of like the nickname better.
Technically, all names are boring to those who have that name.
I like my name.
Jack.
Just-
Speak up for yourself. Yes, Jack is a bit plain now, I have to say. I can
Well, it's
understand
not
why you
much
prefer
different
Blondie.
from Jacqueline.
True. But your name has that fine elegance that mine does not. I mean, when someone goes up to you, they can say Jacqueline or Jacqueline. But with me, they just come up and say, oh, Jack.
Or Jacques.
We-
To be fair,
Jacques
I've
Strap.
called Jacqueline Jack before, so
You've also
That's
called me
okay.
Jackie, much to my dismay.
I've also called you a bitch, if I remember correctly.
Oh,
Well, that's
ladies.
just true.
Dang, ladies, is this something that needs to be settled in the ring?
I was about to say that. You know what? Never mind. I'm just gonna stay out of this.
A redhead figure just
You
awkwardly
would
shuffles
like
along
that,
the
wouldn't
nearby
you,
wall.
Blondie?
Blondie moves out of the way for the new figure coming in.
No, she's just awkwardly shuffling past them near the wall.
And who
Facing
have
the
we
wall.
here?
The figure doesn't-
Another interesting character.
The redhead doesn't seem to stop, though she has her back turned to the group for now. She doesn't have anything on her other than her armor.
So she is not wielding the scythe.
Right now, no.
Blondie slightly taps her on the shoulder, not like not out of like ha, but very very gentle, like taps. Says, "Do you
That
require?
Tap, tap.
Are you looking for a seat?"
The redhead just sort of jumps a little and turns around slowly, revealing her bandaged eyes to the rest, and just lets out a prolonged like, but nothing else. She doesn't seem to muster up a reply.
Serena will go in front of her and wave a hand in front of her eyes.
She doesn't seem to react.
Serena, don't be rude.
Augusta steps up.
Not like she
Serena,
know.
try to have some etiquette, please.
Burn.
Somewhat.
Good lady, my name is Augustus, and the ball of white fluff savaging the dwarf is my pure breed direwolf Charlie.
You could just say direwolf. Nobody would give any more fucks than they already give.
Silence, peasant.
Wait now. You don't even know if Jacqueline is a peasant or not. You're a weird man.
I was talking to the peasant, disparaging my beloved purebred direwolf.
There's something
Well, for
weird
all I
about
know,
you, Augustus. You're calling me a lady and you're calling Jacqueline a peasant. I'm baffled.
Well, to be honest, I'm not sure if I'm a peasant or a noble. I never knew my parents.
Well, there you
You
have
have,
it.
you have my sympathies then.
Anyways, you see,
Very-
Go
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
That's fine. Go ahead.
You see Blondie. Sorry, my throat is like killing me here, so I'm being careful when I talk.
Well, drink some water.
I have.
Stop guzzling
Blondie-
that cock.
Blondie kind of pauses for a moment. Someone's going to be losing their cock here in a bit. Blondie kind of thinks for a moment, and you see Jacqueline and anyone else who's familiar with magic. So I think that'd just be Jacqueline. Yeah. So actually, no, Yami. So Jacqueline and Yami.
Well, can Yami see it?
That's
No,
up to
but you
her.
can probably feel it. No, but she can probably feel it.
All right. So Jacqueline, it seems that Blondie is getting a sending spell sent to him.
Her.
Oh, no, Blondie is a guy. He is getting a sending spell sent to him.
Oh, Blondie. I heard Yami.
Jeez. And he seems to think for a moment, and he's like, Yami, would you like a seat? You can nod for yes or shake for no.
She seems to pause for a moment, and then nods, very subtly starting to move her hands behind her back. Well, she thinks it's subtle. It's not exactly subtle. Her arms are
She's
very...
doing it like a shy kind
No,
of
her armor is just rubbing up against armor. You can all hear
Oh,
like
yeah.
a light
the
grind of metal.
scrapes. By chance, Yami, can you not speak as well as see?
She takes a moment, then shakes her head, and then her arms start to slowly come apart as there's a black mist coming from behind her, and just like that, a massive scythe starts to materialize.
Ah, yes.
I'm out of here.
This matches the report. Oh, are you telling me that the Mistress of Death fears a scythe?
No, it's the other stuff.
What, magic?
Weird magic, blind, mute, chick. No, sorry, I'm tapping out. Nah.
Well, Serena, do stop by and talk to me later because we may have some interesting work. I assume you heard about what happened down at the docks.
Yes, I have.
Well, I need to gather some people to go and take care of that problem. Actually, the sooner the better.
Have you
Well,
already
actually-
contacted Boris?
I have to take care of a few things first.
I have indeed contacted Boris, and he will be joining us. And then he looks over at Augustus and Porthos, and he says, Priscilla has informed me that due to your recent mistake,
Shenanigans.
Mistake.
I feel that you two should get a little bit of a reprieve. And tell me, how would you like to go and deal with these Kunari raiders?
Certainly.
You, Porthos? Oh,
He'll be back.
yep. Okay, so I assume he'll say yes.
Yeah, Porthos went to take a piss.
Incredible.
And he gives a little cough and he says, "Oh, by the way, Serena, Jacqueline, Augustus, Saris. This is an interesting one. She has a very, very interesting gift that we don't see that much here in
Hmm.
Ferelden.
You can see that.
I think
No,
she
we
will
can't hear
be.
you.
I think she will be a great addition to the Inquisition.
What exactly is this gift?
There are
Hello?
Now I hear you.
there are some
Oh, okay.
items or weapons or pieces of, shall we say, just inanimate objects that sometimes get touched by the Fade differently than, shall we say, the environment. It's often been recorded that humans, elves, and Dalish are affected by the Fade in certain ways, as is the environment. But oftentimes we forget that mundane items can be affected as well. Sometimes when a person carries an item or personal belonging across the Fade and back, unique things can happen. Sometimes giving the items a personality.
So the item's possessed by a spirit?
I don't really
Yami-
know. It's
Yami
too
seems-
rare to really look.
Yami seems to nervously grip her scythe and run her fingers over it, and then she seems to stop for a moment, and then very briskly turn the scythe towards the group, where before it seemed to be facing the group.
Porto shows up without a doublet on, just his bare chest, and he goes, "Why is there a blind girl? Why is there a blind girl with a scythe?"
It's me.
Are you too sober to remember what just happened?
Look, I
Well, the
was
guy
right
facing.
there being bitten by a dog, so I had to try to get out and not get bitten. So now my doublet is gone, the silk is gone, and now we have a new friend right here with a scythe and a lot of bandages on her eyes. So I am quite
Hmm.
lost.
Dwarf, you did not get bitten. Stop spreading lies.
Uh huh. So,
Yeah,
who is our
Charlie
new
just
friend?
Charlie just sits there and goes, "Woof."
So, who is this new friend of ours?
This is
Yami?
Yami.
Yam. Look, I'm just gonna call you Yams or like Yummy or whatever. Whatever. Why is there a girl with a scythe who is blind? Even.
Oddly enough,
With a
Yami,
size twice her size.
not twice her size, but it's pretty big. Oddly enough, though, the moment Porthos says he's going to call her Yams, Yami immediately shakes her head and goes, "Yeah, me."
Oh boy.
Ah, you know, I think I'm just gonna call you Yams because it's a lot more, a lot interesting than let's say I'm
please-
an asshole.
Yeah.
You'll notice that Saris just goes over to you and just goes down on her knees, quite visibly showing that she's taller than you, and she just says, "Or maybe you should call her what she wants to be called."
Or I could call them whatever I want because who gives a shit what the dwarf says?
Because some
Yami,
people do
please
take
forgive the
offense
dwarf.
even if a dwarf says it.
Yeah.
Yami,
Let-
please forgive the dwarf. His brain doesn't work quite right.
Yes, it is missing a whole lot of alcohol, so it's really not working quite well.
You have to get used to it.
Yes, how very
Hmm.
sad.
Yami just seems mostly,
Well,
after the
Jack-
initial outburst, she just seems mostly confused.
Jacqueline's gonna cast message to Yami. Is it that you don't know what to say? Or is something restricting you from saying?
Yami just begins to shake her head.
Yami
and
Ray
offered no other explanation.
So she doesn't even think a thought or anything? Because
Well,
message is
remember-
a telepathic.
yeah, it all depends on what she says.
So it's literally you hear Jacqueline's voice in your mind asking these questions.
Here's the thing: she seems to very much just the moment she starts hearing your voice, she's already shaking her head. There is, unlike other times besides when her name was mentioned, where there was a pause before the reply, she just immediately started shaking her head the moment she started hearing your voice in her head.
Blondie says, Yami, would you hold out one of your hands, please?
There's a pause, and then she does.
Ah.
He,
I think I understand now.
he holds out, and he's actually using, for those of you who know what it is, touch sign language, where you basically communicate by touching someone's palm. And he signs you a very simple question. Does this work? And then he holds up his hand if you sign back.
There's a moment of brief confusion, like visible confusion, and then she shakes her head suddenly, again in that almost mechanical, trained manner.
Yami, can you speak?
A pause, and then a shake of the head.
She cannot.
I have no patience for this.
I am so confused right now.
Well, you all just see the interest in Jacqueline's eye at this small red-headed girl.
Oh, she's actually rather tall.
Oh, she's
Even-
rather tall?
She's nearly 7 feet tall for some
Oh,
reason.
damn.
But she's lithe.
You see,
Okay.
you see Blondie kind of look to the side like he's getting another sending. And he says, Porthos, Augustus, and anyone else that wishes to join, Saris, if you would, if you want to. We're off.
Oh, I'm in.
We're on duty.
Where are we going exactly?
We're going down to the southern port town of Dawn.
Oh yeah.
Because it's getting hit by Kunari Raiders right now, and we're gonna surprise them. Because luckily for us,
Alrighty.
our Lord Inquisitor has a nice little portal right there.
Very nice.
Oh, yeah.
Jacqueline turns to Yami and says, Yami, will you join us in a fight?
The moment the word fight is said, Yami seems to just straighten out and hold very still at the ready. Like the grip on her scythe just changes. She seems so ready. And then after a moment, she nods again, mechanical, methodical.
Am I the only one confused why our dear friend Jacqueline here is asking a blind girl with a giant scythe to follow us into battle?
To be fair,
Well-
Dwarf, I trust the girl with the giant scythe over your drunken ass any day.
But I am not drunk.
I
And-
know.
Well, training can actually look out for a lot. I'm quite sure she can perceive something. Maybe actually a lot, but not sure.
Blondie, any idea when we will be back? There are some things that need taking care of here before I can.
If you need to take care of things, there's it's fine. We should be back fairly quickly since our Lord Inquisitor has a couple dimensional doors set up there.
Well, if we will be back fast, then I suppose I can come with, and I can take care of the other things after.
As I understand it, it's just a fight.
You know what? Can I be an asshole here for a second? Yeah, picks up a fucking bottle and tries to swing it at the giant girl.
She is very quick to react and put an arm in the way, actually.
Porthos, what are you doing?
We are bringing a blind girl to a fight.
Okay, if she dies, she dies. She can decide for herself. Shall we? I don't have all day.
We shall.
Porthos, you also noticed that you threw it at her and she caught it like nothing. Like she
Ah,
clearly saw you do it.
Porthos, go put some armor on.
I
Go
do
ahead and
not
get
wear.
the. Let me get the map here for you guys. I'm getting that going.
So we're going. So we're going through a portal.
As everybody starts walking towards the portal, Jacqueline's gonna say to Yami, Yami, can you protect me in this battle?
There's a pause, and then she nods.
Thank you.
And for the first time, the moment, unlike the other time where there was a pause, this time the moment she hears "thank you," she smiles. And she lets out a little content.
Good
Leave
news
it
that
to a
Jacqueline
mage to
could be
figure out a
so
robot.
nice. Who would have known that Jacqueline could be so nice to someone?
I merely reflect personalities back on the person that presents it to me.
I don't remember spreading any rumors about you, dear. I don't see how that was reflected.
Who said it was yours?
Well, that's deep.
We'll deal with this some other time. Shall we go now?
Let's.
Saris just stands in front of the portal for a moment. She seems to be preparing or bracing herself or something.
hello?
A slight
Hello.
meditation routine.
No, actually not. It's more a case of like, this is probably the first time she's even seen something like this, and well, she seems a little bit nervous, maybe.
Charis, don't worry.
If
You'll
she
be-
was in Denerim, she would have seen breach portals open up
Yeah.
all over the place. So,
Yeah,
since
but
this
she's
is
never
the
gone-
Inquisitor
she's never
doing
gone
it,
through them, and let's just say, if that's the case, that would not have been a very pleasant experience.
no,
Portals.
you would have
portals
seen.
be bad.
You would have seen demons and spirits come out of that.
Yeah. So yeah. Even more reason for her to be like, okay. But she doesn't say anything. She just looks, and she's like, I'm not worried. I'm good.
Yeah, this is a stable one.
Right.
Just
I
prepare
promise
yourself
you.
as you walk through the fade. Sometimes you don't leave entirely intact.
Yeah, great way to put her at ease.
What the hell does that mean?
Wait, we are going in the Fade. Dwarves aren't
Very
supposed
briefly.
to go to the Fade. Dwarves aren't made to go to the Fade.
But dwarves
Dwarf.
can go into the fade.
Dwarf, just get in the portal. If anything happens to you, I'll stab you in the head. So let's go.
Oh, thank you. You are very friendly.
I'm
Uh,
just
I'm only
saying.
have your best
Sarah
interest
takes a
at
very
heart,
deep
Dwarf.
breath and steps through.
No,
Yami,
Ceres is the first one through.
Just a
I'll
moment,
go
I'm
in
getting
too.
the map ready.
Myself, but I'll go in first, followed short very closely by Charlie.
Yami seems to pause for a moment, and then she brings up a hand and touches herself, and seems to cast some magic on herself.
In what way does she touch herself?
She touched her
I'm
plate.
the adult one here, and I restrained myself from asking the question.
Ooh, did they out lesbian you?
No. I was just being polite to the blind woman.
Well, the comment was out of character, so.
I know.
I knew this would happen.
As soon as you said it, you knew it was going to happen. Well,
Sadly, yes.
Jacqueline is going to say to Yami, Yami, be sure to keep your mind about you if you don't already know. Sometimes the Fade can be fickle no matter who controls it.
Pause. And then a nod.
So for those of you that wanted a map, I went ahead and sent one with the little Roll20 link. But if that doesn't work for you,
You could
just
do a
for
screen
people who want to see a
share.
map,
You could do a screen share.
and I.
Yeah. Also, that link doesn't work for us, bot.
Where is the link?
That is my question.
Hangouts.
Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is.
Why'd you put it in Hangouts?
Ew.
That's because of where there. Well, do I have to launch it?
Sorry, I saw my own profile picture on Discord in the share screen.
Ooh. Oh, I see. I'm there. No, I don't want a tutorial. Oh, shit. Who the fuck is Sushi?
What?
Oh, gee, I wonder who it is.
Who is it?
Guess.
I'm just giving you guys kind of a general overlay of what you guys see here, and hold on a moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so you all enter through the dimensional door, and Blondie kind of does a motion with its hands, utters some words, and a red portal opens up, and you guys step through. Eventually, within seconds, you emerge out onto a little bit of a grassy road or grassy plain with a dirt road next to you. And as you look off, not more than maybe 100 yards away, you can see the settlement. And you can see smoke and fire rising from it. And you notice off to your left is the vast ocean. And you can see a very large looking ship in the dock that does not look like anything that typically is here in Ferelden. And you can see as you get closer, you can already see quite a few very large looking Kunari warriors standing in front. And they immediately see you.
Can I go into stealth?
Yeah.
I would like to try to do that as well.
35.
Okay.
How much is that? Uh, 35 as well.
Not bad.
Well, a 19. It's gonna help.
Yeah.
Okay. Is Jacqueline going to try and roll stealth?
33.
With a nat 20.
With a nat 20.
So Jacqueline, Serena, and Saris you're able to duck down, and the grass is actually pretty tall and pretty easy to hide in. But most everyone else, the Kunari do see.
Roll initiative.
Can I try to bullshit with Kunari?
Roll initiative, but yeah, go ahead. You'll eventually do that, but go ahead and roll initiative first.
Let's see.
Where the fuck is it? Goddammit. Oh, +5, okay.
Uh,
I get 7.
I also get 7.
Is it just Dex?
Yeah.
No, it's your D20
Yum.
plus the initiative.
Yami is just rearing to go. She got a 20.
Initiative
against
is always based off
24.
of Dex.
Yep.
I don't think I have any other modifiers.
Oh my
Yay,
Oh
4.
yeah, but
If
yeah.
if you have a Dex modifier, you have a modifier to initiative.
Yeah, but nothing else than that. I don't have
Yeah.
improved
Oh, yeah.
initiative or
That
anything.
requires feats and
Yeah.
or spells.
9, so I'm probably last.
No,
No,
that's
I'm
the
definitely
same
not
as-
this one.
That's
No, that's
Oh,
Serena
right.
and Jacqueline.
yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So, the order of
Jeez.
so someone write this down, please, to help me out.
Yes.
So let's see. I'll write it down.
Oh, I have a notepad already open, so
So the order of the initiative will be
Oh, and Charlie got 23.
okay.
okay. So who's first, Charlie?
No,
Actually,
Yami.
Yami will be first.
Okay.
She rolled a 24.
So we'll go
How
Yami?
much is Yami?
24,
24. Then Charlie is
23.
Who's next?
Next will be Bad Guys at 21.
Well, damn.
Then it's
Orthos at 10.
fuck my life. I won't be able to bluff them, am I? Ah, yeah, because they're just gonna charge.
Peter at 9.
9. And will it be me or Jacqueline first?
It would
Serena
be
will go
you first
then Jacqueline.
because you have the higher Dex.
Oh yeah, you're quite right, my dear.
And then last, but not least, Augustus at 4.
Poor Augustus.
How could you fuck so badly?
Well, he came out of the portal and he was like, and wasn't ready.
It's also his quote unquote noble douchebagness.
All right. Well, Yami,
I
you're
have
up
to.
first.
I have to ask.
As you see
some
a buttload of Kunari
about
warriors.
I need a clarification about the
I
map.
couldn't hear that, but I think I know what you said. How far away from us are they?
They are about 50 yards.
I need to ask about the map.
What map? Why?
So,
You should show it.
so the 6 I see on top are the Kunari, correct?
Yes. And the black
What?
behind them is stuff you just can't see right now.
Yeah, and that's not what I'm asking. The 4.
I'm
who
just
are-
showing these. I'm just showing these tokens as relative positioning to how close you are.
Oh, okay. All right.
All right.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yami will move in front of Jacqueline and then forward as far as she can, which is just 20 feet of movement. And then she will ready an action to cast a spell if any of the Kunari seem to charge at her.
Oh, they can't see her.
I think Bot said they can't see her.
They can't.
No, they
They
can't.
can't see. They can't see Serena, Jacqueline, or
But they can't see
Sarah.
Yami.
yes, they can see Yami. Well, the first thing. Oh, I forgot to roll for Blondie. I guess I'll have him go on. Let's go ahead and roll for him. No, he got 21. Whatever. So he'll go at the same time they will because he's got a better dex. So Charlie is up next.
Charlie will bound up beside Yami and ready to attack. Yeah, obviously easy has enough speed to get up there.
Alrighty, so held action. Blondie is going to also hold an action. He is eventually going to be casting Bull Strength on Charlie when he gets a chance. So he will hold that action. And so bad guys will go. One of the Kunari kind of steps out. He looks like he's slightly bigger than the other ones. And these guys are all standing about maybe 6'1", 6'2", but there's a couple of them that look like they're 6'6", and like one of them steps forward and says, "Leave here now by order of the Qun."
In the silence, Yami suddenly goes,
Then die.
Hold up, can I attempt to intimidate them into leaving?
Can I say something, or is it still not my turn?
It is not your turn. It is neither Augustus's turn either, and they are going to charge.
What about Blondie?
He's ready in action. Or
He ready to full strength.
Oh,
for
I didn't
Charlie.
hear that.
All right, so they start charging, and I'll go ahead and roll this as best I can out here. So the first one is going to charge at you, Yami. What you going to do? You're holding an action.
okay. She is going to cast a spell on herself. Or rather, that spell is going to be a inflict light wounds. And then the moment they get close, as a free action, she will swing with her scythe.
So the guy up front, who looked like the leader, will be the one you're hitting. I assume.
Okay.
All right.
Roll to hit.
Yep.
Let me just figure out my mod real quick. $30.
That hits. How much damage?
That's a ridiculous bonus.
She is very much a fighter, even if she doesn't look it. Here we go.
Okay, so
And hold on. I'm going to have to write this all down for the future so I don't slow it down like this.
is that it, or is there more damage coming?
There we go. 28 damage.
Okay.
And as a swift action, she will gain that as temporary health.
Oh, damn. Very nice.
There we
All
go.
right, so since they are charging, these two up front will reach. Two up front will reach Yami and then Charlie, but Blondie will cast his bull strength on Charlie, and Charlie grows even bigger than he already is.
Well, his size is -1, so I take these large.
Mm-hmm.
So he would go to normal sized direwolf.
No, bigger again. He'd be huge then, wouldn't he?
He also gets an additional +4 to his strength, which means an additional +2 to his strength modifier. And then Blondie will use Quick Cast and cast Mage Armor on himself. And I'll go ahead and roll for the one that is attacking Yami.
So wait,
Okay.
how tall is Charlie?
Typically about 7 feet normally.
At the shoulder?
Yeah.
Oh damn.
Didn't we decide that no?
Yes, we did. Brandon showed us the table.
29 to hit.
And if Charlie was 6 feet tall, it'd be a runt.
How much did you say? 29?
Yeah.
That absolutely hits.
As he comes up and he swings a giant great axe at you.
Okay.
So he charges and he springs forward and goes overhand and just smashes down his great axe on you and smashes into your armor, dealing quite a bit of damage. And he's going to roll his second attack.
Funnily enough, the Kunari will definitely feel that there's some resistance from Yami. She's tougher than she looks, and not just the armor.
28 to hit, which I believe hits.
Yes, absolutely hits.
All right, and nope, that is not a crit, so it's normal. Another 8 damage. As he just wails away on you. And then the one is going to charge Charlie with his attacks.
Can Charlie bite him as reaction?
No, because Charlie does not have a reach weapon.
He has reach 5 feet.
Yeah, that's 5 feet. That's how most normal weapons are. You need like a polearm or spear or a 10-foot weapon to provoke an attack of opportunity before an enemy is able to charge you.
All right.
24 to hit Charlie.
That's bad.
Okay. The first attack to Charlie will do 13.
That's bad. 24 is not good enough.
Oh, it's not?
You need 25.
Oh, okay. So he misses. So he'll try his other attack. 28.
That's good.
So 18 damage. Ow, max damage to Charlie. And he just goes. But the enemy have attacked. So now Charlie gets to do his action.
Right, he'll make a attack back,
Ready?
which is on, let's see, 3 plus 11.
And your damage will get an additional +2 because of bull strength.
Oh, yes, I know. What the fuck? For fuck's sake, 2!
That's going to
Right.
miss.
Second attack. $20?
Let me check here. And you're attacking one of the leader guys?
Yeah.
That charge forward? Yeah, that'll hit. Mm-hmm.
$17 damage.
Gar, bite it. Alrighty, going down to Porthos. Since the other guys can't make it. Porthos?
His mic's fucking up again.
Okay.
Hello? Hello?
There it
Yeah,
is.
Porthos,
For
it's your
fuck's
turn.
sakes, why is this bike always breaking? Porthos is gonna scream, stop! And then he goes, you there! He points to the guy who talked earlier. Karastine, I assume. We are part of the Ben Hassaras. Hush, hush, hush.
Roll me bluff -5.
Okay, let's see. Okay. 29.
Oh,
He's not buying it.
Fuck my life. God damn it. Ah,
He screams at you in a very loud voice that carries over almost the entire field. He says, "You are no Benassas," and then he just continues to try and swing at Yami. But of course, you fight.
The fuck
God
you
damn
just
it.
say, bot?
I coughed. I had to cough before I said it. Sorry. Porthos,
Ben
you have a,
Hassas? Is that what you said?
Porthos, you have a move action.
okay. I guess I get closer to the dude stabbing the giant blind chick.
All right. And because you had a held action that you were going to do that, I'll go ahead and give you an attack for him.
There.
You can't do a full round action, but you can at least
Yeah.
do an attack.
I'll attack him with my rapier, I guess.
Movement doesn't count, does it?
Movement action is a move action.
I assume I missed.
No, you hit him.
Oh,
One
nice.
hits.
No, I mean I can do the move action and hold the attack action.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think
I stab him. I tell him, well, it was worth a try.
As you stab him in the ribs, he just looks at you and goes, "Ah."
This is rather stabbed you.
Alrighty, Saris, you're up. Saris. Ita.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh,
I was just
Peter.
dozing off there.
just one quick question. The Flurry of Blows action, is that a thing? Does this trigger? Is this a full attack move?
It's a full
You
attack action.
can- Yeah,
Full attack
yeah,
action.
you-
Okay, so
Yeah.
does this trigger? Or it triggers Medusa's Wrath, which gives me 2 extra attacks, right?
I believe so.
All right, so that's 6 attacks. Wow. Okay, I'll just start rolling. I'm sorry about this, guys, but
No worries.
Power playing.
So
Oh
1
no, you make the session a little bit longer.
So
plus.
that is
That's plus 8. That's the first 2. So that's
So
what is
the
the
first
DC
one-
to hit?
the DC hit is 18. Wait, are you attacking the guy who's attacking Yami?
I'm actually just going for one of them. Just
Okay, if you're
Jumping
going for
at
one
him.
of the smaller ones in the back, yeah, that easily hits. The DC
yeah,
to
and I'm
beat on the
guessing
one,
he's flat-footed.
yeah, the DC to beat on the ones in the back is going to be 12 because you're flat footing
He
them.
is hit on the first one, and he is. I'm just gonna roll the hits. Is that okay?
Yep.
So we
Yeah,
have all
and you
that
can
out of the-
also write it as a plus whatever bonus you get, so it
Yeah,
automatically
Yeah,
calculates it all.
I know. I missed with the second one. I'm gonna do 4 more of these. I am really sorry.
Are you
That
from Canada?
Nope.
Because damn, you apologize a lot.
No, it's just because I was spaced out before, so I should have done some of these things.
No, it's okay. I'll actually go ahead and save you some trouble because the guys in the back are not as strong as their bosses. If you hit with this next attack, you're going to kill this guy that you hit. I guarantee it. Yep. Okay.
Yeah, and I have 2 more attacks. It's gonna look a bit crazy, but yeah, she's gonna make about 7 or 8 punches. Well, 6 punches to him, and it looks like it hurts.
Yeah. So you just come up, boom, 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 boom. You just strike him like he doesn't even know what to do because he raises his greatsword, and then he looks and he sees that you're unarmed, and he's like, "What the?" And then he just gets like creamed.
Cream.
He's just like, and he is a minion. So how do you want to kill him?
Oh, she's probably gonna end it with an uppercut or something.
Soryuken!
Something like that. But she's gonna be ready.
Just
because
don't do the tornado kick.
Alrighty. So as a reaction, a guy who is hidden is now going to shoot you.
That is fair.
29 to hit.
That is a hit. Ow!
Oh, sorry. So, no, sorry. Hold on. I rolled that wrong.
Yeah, you did.
It's actually worse for you.
It does
No,
more.
So you will take 15 damage from a crossbow bolt that comes out of nowhere and hits you in the side. And would you roll me a fortitude save, please?
Oh, it's poisoned.
Fortitude.
Four.
Fortitude DC 13.
All right.
The world is a vampire.
Oh, wait.
You
That's
rolled
it.
that wrong.
No, I did it. Plus 24.
Okay, you're fine. You can feel a burn coming in through your side, but you grit your teeth and you push through it. You can see you used your move action, used a full attack action, so you are done. Serena, you're up.
I will position myself. Well, I assume there's lots of grass around, right?
Yep.
So I can sneakily position myself behind one of the guys at the flanks.
Mhm.
And I'll sit there and wait for the next round because I'm gonna try the thingy.
Okay, so you're going to pick a target and observe?
Yes, the one on the left, the one that's alone.
Okay. You'll
Or
spend
actually, no, the one that's on the back.
Okay.
Middle back, because then I can probably try to go back to snake mode.
Yep, you see that there's a couple Kunari actually in the back that are coming out, and they're kind of holding back from the charge. There were initially like 4 or 5 that charged forward, and then the other 2 are standing back. And you're not entirely sure where the crossbow bolt came from, Saris, but it was probably from behind them somewhere.
Okay.
And then, let's see, Serena, you would notice this. One of the ones that emerged from the back has a very oddly shaped mask and helmet on. And it wields a quarterstaff. And he comes out and he points at he's going to point at the wolf and cast Scorching Ray.
Cerebus.
Yep.
Fuck.
How dare you attack my beloved wolf?
Question: is he the one I'm observing? By any chance?
No. The one you're observing is the guy with the big great axe next to him. That's okay, because he misses the wolf, but he's going to use quick attack to do another one. Because he missed with his first one, like an idiot. He's like, I attack the wolf with Scorching Ray. It misses. I try it again. Now he hits.
How many
Is that
scorching rays do you get a
27?
turn?
Oh, he gets 2 spells a turn.
Crafty
First,
little.
yep, first one missed. The second one, I know that hits Charlie's touch AC.
It does, yeah.
27. All right. He's
Right there,
going
he has
to-
to touch Charlie.
It's a ranged touch attack.
All right.
He taps his staff down, and you hear the Kunari. For those of you who can speak Kunari,
Yes.
he basically says, "By the true god of fire, burn." And he lets out 2 scorching rays, because each scorching ray attack he does has 2 rays.
High level.
Yep. Charlie will take 29 fire damage
Damn it.
as 2 massive rays just hit Charlie square on.
He's still good. He can take it.
All right. He is the trooper. And Jacqueline.
There's so many different things I can do. I am. Where is that spell? So many spells, not enough slots.
See, what's really great is when your enemies sit there and wait for you to think about your spells.
I know, right?
It's not our turn.
It's not our turn. But that doesn't make sense.
Canary are just sitting there like, well, we got a giant girl with a scythe. We got an elf chick that just kicked the crap out of Jimmy over there. Got a giant direwolf, a guy who looks like he's got a sword back there, and 2 possible mages.
Carl, what is Yami's AC?
25 currently.
I'm gonna move up right behind Yami and touch her back, casting. Where's that? After imbibing my extract for shield, you
Ooh.
now have a +4 to that AC
Holy
as
shit.
a invisible floating disc floats in front of you.
Nice.
Alrighty, that's your action. Augustus, you're up.
I'm going to charge that victim attacking my direwolf.
So you're going to charge all the way back to the mage.
The lad in combat with Charlie. The mage is probably too far back for me to reach.
Okay, so you're going to combat the guy with the great axe in front of you. Okay, you can easily reach him in a charge.
Always smart to take out the mage first.
Not in range, but he's next. Right, both hands, power attack. What do I get for charging?
It's a
Plus-
+2
plus-
to hit.
+2 to hit, +1 to damage. When it hits,
Oh, damage. Uh, 22 damage and test for fire.
bam. That hurt him. All right, back up to the top with Yami.
Oh, I've got one more attack.
Oh yeah, go ahead, do it.
Nope, missed.
Yeah, that's gonna miss. You come up and you slash him right across the chest, and you come back for another swing, and then he kind of pivots his axe and blocks you from swinging at him.
Can you turn the fan a bit?
All right, back up to Yami.
I did say turn it off as a tank, so it hits me. I'm being a bitch.
Why are you whispering?
I'm not talking to you guys. Fuck off.
Then mute yourself.
Carl, you're up.
Hey, Carl!
You guys can see some of the Kunari are actually backing up now, because they don't seem quite sure, because you guys are starting to show some prowess here.
Carl, you're muted.
I know I was. I said 1 sec.
Ah.
Anyway. Okay. I am going to do a full-on attack on the one I'm currently engaged in combat with. And, here it is. Yep. Perfect. Alright. Yami is going to try to defensively cast a spell as part of her full attack.
What's the spell?
What's a spell?
What's the spell?
It is going to be Enlarged Person.
Ooh, lovely.
Actually, it's a spell-like ability. Does that still need like a concentration check to not be an attack of opportunity?
That's correct.
It does?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 20 plus. Nope.
Nope, not gonna go off.
Not gonna go off. Oh well. She'll swing twice anyway.
Yeah, the guy is distracting you too much. He keeps trying to swing at you with the great axe, and you're having to parry too often.
Let's take a minus. It's gonna take a big minus to hit, but it should still hit. Never mind.
That's a miss.
Big
Sure.
miss.
So yeah, he as you try and cast your spell, he's not letting you up. He knows that you're a caster now, and he's not giving you a chance to do anything.
Okay. Well, that's the end of my turn. Yami will keep
Alright.
engaged in combat.
Charlie.
Charlie is going to do a nice double attack on the lad he previously bit.
All right.
And he still has the effect of bolt strength, does he not?
Yes, he does. That will last the rest of the scene.
Right, that's...
Bull strength is 1 minute per level.
And care to take a guess what level Blondie is at?
10.
Yeah.
Is he straight mage or?
He is a straight up sorcerer archetype.
Very nice.
Fire elemental.
Very nice.
Oh,
That will
that's a
miss.
miss.
That's a very angry cat.
That sounded
That's
like a normal
a hit.
meow.
That's a crit, isn't it?
Not with natural weapons.
Damn it. $17 damage.
Boom. Rakes across him. Alrighty, going to bad guys. Actually, going to Blondie first. You see Blondie kind of pick up his hands and he puts them into like almost a spherical motion, and he snaps his fingers, and up above him, a giant fireball just emerges, and he just chucks it at the group that's in the back. And they're all going to need to make reflex saves, and he's going to use his elemental advantage, so they have to make DC 18 checks on these.
Ouch.
See if they can do it. Fail.
Oh! So that one trips and falls.
Fail. Succeed. Half damage for him.
Another one
botch.
trips and falls.
And now for the mage. He makes it. So mage will take half damage. He'll take half damage. So he's gonna pump it up since it's elemental mastery. And this is gonna be what's nasty.
Well, kitty cat.
So the ones that fail take 27 fire damage as just this big fireball just comes and obliterates them, and then the other ones take half. You see Kanari scramble out of the way like, whoa! And the mage manages to avoid it, duck down. So the bad guys are going to go. The guy who's in front of Yami is going to keep attacking her.
Okay. Oh, kitty.
28. That's a miss, actually.
Yep.
21 is also
Another miss.
He tries to, as he parries your scythe and gets you a bit off balance and prevents you from casting a spell, he swings back and hits the shield that Jacqueline put up. He tries again, hits the shield. And then there is one that's going to attack Saris.
Misses.
Terribly.
28.
That hits.
All right. Well, damage as he swings his great axe at you and manages to curve you.
That's fine.
He stands in front of you like. "Argh." He actually throws down his great axe and he starts cracking his knuckles like he's going to fight you fist fight.
That is fair.
All right. The guy who's in front of Charlie is going to attack Charlie because why not?
Boo.
29.
It's a hit.
And I'll go ahead and roll the second attack so I roll everything at once. 26.
Hit.
All right, so I'll roll both. So in total, Charlie will take 24 damage
He's still standing.
as this guy with the axe is not letting up on Charlie. The guy is behind him is not going to attack Augustus because he can't quite get to him. So let's see. Can this guy in the back see you? Yes, he can. This guy can see Augustus, but he can see the maid. So who's he going to shoot?
The mage.
I don't know. He's very tempted to shoot Charlie. Ooh, I know what he's going to do. You see two black objects appear at the back of the kind of gate area where the Kunari are standing, and smoke starts to simmer out and starts to cover the whole area. None of the PCs are currently in the area, so none of you are actually blinded. Serena, yes, you can still see the guy who you're targeting as he dove forward, but the smoke is starting to cover in the back. And what's the mage going to do? Mage is going to cast... Yeah, the mage is going to step back with the two big Kunari in the far back, and he is going to cast Wall of Stone. And he is going to form a massive wall of rock that appears up in front of the gateway, completely blocking it off, as the other Kunari are apparently seeming to going to run. And then the other four Kunari that are out are continuing to fight. Porthos.
Wasn't it my turn?
Did
you skip him?
No,
I'm
I went
confused.
Yami, Charlie, bad guys,
Oh yeah,
Porthos.
I thought Peter was.
Yeah.
It's just a long initiative order.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Porthos, then Saris, and then Serena.
Does Saris look like she is hurt?
I mean, she's gotten she's got shot with an arrow and she's got nicked by an axe, but she seems.
Is the guy I am stabbing right now the captain?
Yeah,
dude?
yeah, the guy that's fighting Yami. You and Yami are
Okay.
fighting this guy.
Can I position myself so we are flanking him without getting attack of opportunity?
Yes, you'll kind of have to ditch a little bit, ditch and weave, but yeah, you can do that.
Mm-hmm. Can I assume I can't full attack anymore?
You moved, so yeah, no full
Yeah.
attack.
Okay, so I'm just going to stab him. What's the bonus for flanking in Pathfinder?
+2.
Okay, thank you. God damn it, just one more and it would have been a crit. Does that hit?
That hits.
Nice.
Oh god, you have a 15 to 20 crit?
Yeah.
Jesus.
And that's my action.
14 damage. Stab him in the back again.
Yeah.
And he's not looking too happy. Saris?
Yes, I am just gonna. When I do a maneuver like stunning palm or stunning fist, it's just my normal highest
Highest
base
bonus,
attack
yes.
bonus. Yeah, okay. I was just checking. So that would be 7. Because I'm going to do that. And it's an 18. I think he is hit. And he needs to make a fortitude save at DC 20. does not. So
Fails.
he has a -2 on, I think, everything next round.
All right.
Why are you shaking pills?
And I'm also going to spend a key point to
Oh, sorry.
to increase my my AC dodge AC 4.
Excellent.
So I'm at 27.
All right, Serena, you want to try your thing?
Yes, I want to try my thing. So I can roll both my thingies.
What you do
How do I
is
do that?
what you do is you roll your attack bonus for your bow versus his flat-foot AC. Basically,
My
it's just going to be your.
bow? But I don't want to use the bow.
You want to just throw a dagger at him?
It's the assassinate. It's not the bow thing.
Assassinate can be done by range.
How far is this guy?
He's well within bow shot. Let's put it that way. He's about 50 yards from you.
I don't know what 50 yards is. Damn it! I was just behind him. How did he move so fast?
Well, there was also the smoke and the explosion, plus the wall came up, so you had to kind of move. But if you want to position yourself right behind him and kind of stab him, then that's okay.
Well,
But
that's
you're gonna have
what I
to
want.
move up. Okay.
Yeah.
So you spent a turn observing him, so you're gonna move up and stab him. Okay. So you creep out of the grass.
I'm gonna move up, and I'm gonna tell you what I'll do after I roll and see if I.
Yep. You managed to use the smoke to kind of get some cover, and you were able to get behind him.
So what do I roll?
1d20 plus your dagger, your highest dagger bonus, whatever it is.
I can't do both of them.
You can do both, but it's only going to need one attack because.
Yeah, I know, but I want to do both of them.
We'll do one first, and if it fails to kill him, then you can roll the other one. So that will definitely hit, so he has to make a fortitude save.
Yes, but I want two of them.
Roll another attack. That will hit. Okay. So he failed the fortitude. Roll me. Here, I'll roll it for you.
Isn't it supposed to be automatic?
Well, you still roll sneak attack damage anyway, regardless of whether you kill him or not. So he failed his second check. So how do you want to do this?
Well, he's a Kunari, so he's very tall. So what I want to do is take both of my daggers and position them between his legs and cut his femoral arteries.
So you come up behind him and slice the femoral arteries open, and he just
Yes.
immediately falls to his knees, already kind of dazed from the explosion that happened, but now he's got to get back up, and he finds that he can't even get back up, and he's bleeding out so profusely that he falls over and dies instantly.
And I'm gonna roll snake again, because
All right. Well,
21.
the guy with the crossbow was holding his action for you, though, so he'll get a shot off.
But he didn't know I was there.
Now he
Shit.
does. When you came out and attacked, he saw you.
But and by the way, I have improved evasion, so if I don't fail, I don't take damage.
Well, that's for splash damage and spells. This is just a straight up attack.
Yeah. But it says if exposed to any effect that normally a reflex saving throw.
It's a reflex saving throw for like explosions and spells
You
and stuff.
don't do a
like that.
reflex saving throw when someone's trying to hit you.
Yeah.
Oh.
Basically, if someone throws a bomb at you and you make your reflex saving throw on it, you'll take no damage. If someone tries to hit you with an AoE spell, you'll take no damage if you succeed.
Yeah.
So even if you fail, you're always only going to take half damage with AoE stuff. And if you succeed, you take no damage. But he's
Yeah,
doing a
but
direct
this
attack on
doesn't.
you.
Okay, so that's my touch
AC. No, he hits you. No, he hits you with the normal AC.
Yeah, he hits me. Yes.
10,
And I'm gonna
15 damage, and roll me a fortitude save.
fortitude. What the fuck is a fortitude?
Right there below your attributes, where it's always been.
Yeah. Where the fuck do I see it? Damn it. Oh, fortitude. Okay. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck.
DC 13.
That's nothing. My fortitude's shit.
So
17.
you feel a burning in your leg where the crossbow bolt struck, but you manage to grit your teeth and kind of pull out into the shadows. And we will go down to Augustus. No, I'm sorry, Jacqueline. Jacqueline. Sorry.
To which I will cast Bull Strength on Yami. You
Alrighty.
gain a +4 to strength.
So a +2 to your strength total.
Yummy strong. She doesn't actually say that.
Augustus, you're up.
Full round attack on the same lad.
All right.
How are you going down this time?
Can you indicate on the map which ones are dead?
That's okay. I won't need to here in just a sec.
19's a hit, isn't it?
That's it. That's a hit.
Sorry, 1 sec.
Oh. Okay, I got the concentration check wrong last time.
Either way, that was kind of a nat 1.
Yeah, it was. But still. At least that means my monster did bad.
22 damage.
All right, Augustus, how do you want to do this?
Was he dead?
Yeah.
Back into him, stab him in the gut, and then as I turn around, I lift the sword up and bifurcate him.
Alrighty, the mage who was holding his action with cast a spell. He's going to burn all of his spell slots because he's going to use a maximize spell and a widen spell.
Motherfucker.
Every single person roll me a reflex save DC 17.
Motherfucker.
Am I in the radius?
You are in the radius, but if you succeed, you will take no damage. If
But
you
I am
fail, you only
behind
take
them.
half.
Hey, I made it!
That means that his own people need to roll too.
Exactly.
He said
Ooh.
everybody rolls.
Fucker.
He's literally blowing everyone up.
Can I
What?
use I think it was Panache to get an extra +2 or some
31.
shit?
Yes, you can.
Nice.
I think I'm good.
Yep, you take no damage because you succeed.
Oh,
and actually,
actually-
you are.
Lucky. I actually do succeed because I +4.
Okay.
So it's 9.
And do you have something that lets you take no damage, or do you still just take half?
No damage.
No
yeah,
damage.
monks
Okay.
also get evasion.
Yeah. So
Oh, fuck my life.
15, I got failed tonight.
Fire just really doesn't like you.
Yep.
Serena and Saris both immediately just acrobatic out of the way of the explosion,
Oh, Charlie safe.
and everyone else who succeeded will take half damage. I think Porthos is the only one that takes full. Or
I
no,
rolled a 14.
Okay.
Somehow the
Porthos.
super heavy armor girl managed it.
Yep. So Porthos and Augustus will take full damage.
I have +1 fire resistant armor. I have no clue what it does, except that it's fire resistant.
You will negate 1 damage.
Yay!
You are taking slightly less damage.
So Porthos and Augustus will take 40 fire damage.
Holy
27.
fuck.
I actually take 27.
Jacqueline, do you have any healing shit?
Oh yeah. I still have
And then,
potions on me.
And here's what's really stupid. He does it again.
Oh, fuck my life.
Bring it. Bring it.
So
Do it.
the two people who failed take 40 damage, and everyone else takes half, except for those two with the evasion. And now, could everyone in the party roll me another reflex save, please?
Yami doesn't make it.
Motherfucker. I got 20.
19.
fuck
So
yes.
that's
I crit.
29.
Oh shit. 14. God damn it.
That's okay, Serena. You'll take half because you've got evasion.
You rolled
And
pretty evenly, I have to say.
I failed again.
The thing is, that's really stupid. With monks, they have improved evasion. So if I fail, I only take half damage, which is
Yep.
Charlie passed again.
Yeah, we'll have the same thing.
Charlie
right.
has evasion, so he takes no damage.
Yep. So who all failed?
Yami.
Augustus.
Failed.
So Serena will take half, even though she failed. But Yami and Augustus will take full.
Oh,
58
for
fire
fuck's
damage.
sake.
58 fire damage.
Shit.
Fuck's sake. So how much do I get? 20.
29 for
Fuck.
those that are taking half.
And you
I
see the,
take minus 13.
yep, you see the Canary smash his staff down twice, and he basically just blows everyone up.
And including himself.
Yes.
Is he there at all?
He's there and there. And there.
yeah, it includes himself, apparently.
So with that, the combat is over, and the entire area where you guys were fighting in a, and I repeat, 120-foot radius is just blackened. But the combat seems to be over, and the other Canary that were in the back have retreated back. And
Some of the
you
other
can
Cornari
see-
have been toasted.
Well, yeah, they're dead. These are the ones that were behind the stone wall. Remember the stone wall that came up?
Yes.
Yeah, those guys didn't get hit.
Okay, so the ones in front of Yami and Charlie are down.
Yeah, all of the ones that are near you guys are down.
Orsos is now going to stop,
Down
drop,
as in
and roll.
red? Or is anyone alive?
Yami's
Oh,
fine.
All of your enemies are dead. Let's put it that way. The ones that were near you.
I'm still standing.
Yami's fine.
Orsos is stop, dropping, and rolling really hard.
You
Remind
guys
me
know-
what I roll for the healing with the wand.
It's
If you have it in your spell list, you don't. If you don't have it in your spell list, you do. And then-
it's
and then
cure light wounds, right?
Yeah.
I'll take some of
Cure
that.
light wounds is a
you should just pass it over to someone that has spell slots.
What the fuck are you
When-
talking about?
The wand.
Yeah, I
wands
have-
are static. It doesn't increase if someone with a higher modifier.
But if you
This
don't
is
have, but if you don't have the spell as a in your class spell list, you need to use magic item.
Yep, she will.
I will. Yes.
1d20
1d20 plus, I believe it's 7 for you? All you have to do is do 10.
No, I think it's my use magic device is 5.
Okay, roll 1d20 plus 5.
Okay.
Basically, you just beat a 10. Yep.
15. So that's how much I heal.
No.
1d8 plus
Oh yeah.
1, I'm guessing, was the caster level
Yes,
for the
1d8.
wand.
Yes, 1d8 plus 1.
1d8 plus 1. I'm just making a note of it.
You guys see Blondie run up to the granite wall of rock,
8.
and he's going to cast a spell on it. And the wall of rock just shatters.
Makes sense. In the lull, Yami will cast Cure Moderate Wounds on herself.
Do I have to roll both again?
I'm just gonna
Yes.
I'm just gonna
Okay.
say that you can go ahead and spend another charge. just to save time.
Yeah. Okay.
So the shield and the bull strength on Yami are lasting for a total of 5 minutes each.
She has spell slots to burn, so she'll do another one on herself.
Now that the wall is dissipated and the smoke is gone, you guys can see that the little port town is indeed like it looks like it got raided pretty hard. You can see several buildings that are on fire and other things. And if anyone moves closer, you can see the big ship is it's a really large ship. It has about maybe 3 masts on it, painted red and white. And you can see off in the distance on the port docks that there are a bunch of Qunari that are now running up the gangplank of the ship.
How far away is this ship?
About 300 yards.
Can I try to haul ass and try
You guys-
to sneak into the boat or ship even?
I wouldn't
you'll run
recommend
down.
that.
No, I will physically stop you from doing that. Forcefully, if necessary.
Yeah, it looks like the ship's already getting ready to take off. But as the ship turns around, it starts to set sail. And it spins and reveals the other side. And it's got about a good 10 broadside cannons that are going to fire at you all.
I
Okay.
scream at everyone to
Is
fucking
the
drop
portal
down.
still open?
Okay. Okay. Yami. Can I do this before they fire, or are we kind of screwed then on that front?
For that aspect, you are kind of screwed, but I've got to roll a percentile dice to see how close they get to you.
Is the portal still open?
No.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I hope not.
Are there any houses we could take cover?
Yeah, it looks like from the percentile, when the broadside cannons fire, they fire at you, but you guys are pretty far away. So a lot of the cannons come up short or they come off to the side, and they kind of echo throughout the ground, just smashing up dirt and causing debris on houses and smashing all around you guys, but they don't hit you because you're just too far away and they can't lock onto you. And the ship kind of sets sail away.
Tell me, can someone teleport something onto that ship?
There's a moment.
I
of
don't
silence.
possess such abilities.
There's a moment
Blondie.
of silence, and then go ahead.
Blondie kind of looks at Jacqueline and then looks at Yami, and he's like, I might be able to.
Because I think I can set that fucker on fire.
There might be people on it. We need to make sure that they're off.
They fired at us with a
No.
cannon. I think we can forego their safety.
Knowing the Qun, they do have people in there to convert into one of
Yeah.
them.
Yes, but it's either we light that entire boat on fire and they start bailing out, and then we have a chance to save who's ever left.
Light the boat.
So,
Sarah's
I'm,
wanting to make moves to move closer.
Blondie tries to, he reaches out, and it looks like he's going to cast a spell. And let's see what happens here.
Yami will also cast a spell. She starts to float off the ground.
So, not to be a major dickbag here, but are we allowing teleportation and flying spells?
well, there are teleports and flying spells in Dragon Age.
No.
Well,
literally.
not the flight.
You You find yourself levitating, Yami, and you're going to try and do something, and then this happens. When Blondie tries to reach out to the ship to open up a dimensional door like he did before,
Mhm.
all of you hear a very calm voice.
Oh boy.
Male voice.
Okay.
And it says, no. And Blondie is immediately thrown backward, and Yami, you are slammed into the ground for
Ow.
a grand total of 2 damage.
Impressive.
Yami sure slams into the ground, but it seems the ground takes the worst of the blow rather than Yami.
Yeah,
And
Cyrus
Blond-
begins to move with speed towards the city.
Yep, Blondie comes running after you. And you start getting even closer to the city, and yeah, you can see that there's people trying to put out fires and trying to quell, whatnot. There are people screaming in the center of the town because, there's wives and husbands and sons and daughters looking at people that have been massacred or killed. And there's about a good maybe 30, 40 people running around. And there's about 5 buildings on fire, and the ship is clear out of distance now.
Shit.
I would
Cyrus is just gonna. I mean, she moves really fast. Actually, she has plus 30 movement speed. I think. I think something like so. She will be there way before. Well, she'll be there quite
It's
fast.
actually a little more than that. I think you've got like 40.
Yeah, but
Um,
she's gonna be there quite fast, and she's gonna just real quick. She's gonna not shout, but almost, and just say, "If there are people still in the buildings."
Yeah, it seems that on some of the buildings there are still people in.
She's gonna. Are there any 2-story buildings? Anyone up on
Yes.
the? Okay,
Yes.
she's gonna make a high jump. So I'm guessing she can just do it.
Yes.
Because it's
I mean, you could
insane.
send Jacqueline in to take care of the fires. Come
Yeah,
on,
you're not.
Jackie.
But yeah, she's gonna jump up onto the first floor and she's gonna try to get as many people out as she can.
Yeah, you jump up onto the second floor and you kind of break through one of the windows, and you can see that there is a mother and 2 daughters currently huddled in the corner, currently trapped by flame. Would you go ahead and roll me an acrobatics check, please?
I do that. Acrobatics. That is a 27.
You're easily able to leap your way around the flames that are licking and slowly burning away at the crumbling house. You're able to get the mother and children out of the way as a couple beams come down right where they were. And you grit your teeth as the mother holds onto your back and you hold onto the 2 children, and you jump out the same window you came and you land. I'll just have you take 10 on acrobatics. You land solidly with a lot of extra weight, but you are uninjured. You see blood.
She's not gonna look at them immediately. She's gonna do a half stop, drop, and roll because at this point she thinks she's on fire, but she's not quite sure. She's just gonna take a minute or two, just putting herself out. And she stands there, just claps herself, and goes, "Okay, good."
Blondie's going to look over at Jacqueline and Yami, and he's going to say, "Put out the fires as best you can." And he's going to go over to one of the buildings, and he's going to use Control Flame, and he's going to start shrinking the flames and putting them away.
Yami will cast 2 spells on herself: Resist Energy, Fire, and Enlarge Person. And she'll just start slowly but surely, mechanically, almost, snuffing out fires and trying to just pull out people out of burning buildings, cupping them in her hands if she has to protect them from the flames.
Yep, you managed to save about 4 people like that, as one of the buildings you don't manage to get the flames out in time falls. Does anyone else do anything?
Jacqueline's gonna use Ray of Frost to get rid of the flames.
Start to scatter ray of frost across a lot of the flames, and you see steam rise up, but you put out most of the flame. After about a half hour of everyone doing this, you're able to put all the fires out. And all you can hear now is the sobs and moans of quite a few people looking at their dead loved ones now.
I've been taking notes for a report.
Mhm.
So you have to tell me what the notes will say when I go to give the report.
Porthos is gonna help with crowd control and like tell them where to go, like a safe area, relatively safe, I
Yep.
guess.
After a while, everyone kind of gets gathered. Go ahead, I guess.
Augustus will be with Porthos with Charlie in tow.
Yeah, you guys manage to calm down the city, and you get everything kind of organized. And I'll go ahead and describe kind of the scene here. Over the ruin of the blackened and burned buildings, and massive amounts of smoke rising from the small port town, you have now gathered everyone in the center city, and they have helped gather the dead. There are about a good 30 to 40 people in the center ring, mostly women and children, some men. In the center, in the town square, the town circle, there are about a good maybe 20 to 30 bodies lying here and there.
Overall casualties?
30.
Okay.
Most of them men, some children, some women.
Porthos is going to quote the well, I don't know what it's called, whatever the hell the Bible is, and just try to sort of make everyone
The
slightly
chant of
feel
light.
better. Yes.
Chant
Oh
of light.
God.
Yeah, he's going to try and say a verse just to make everyone feel better, even though he doesn't worship Andraste or the Maker. Just to make the people feel less
I say
weary.
he rolls a knowledge religion check.
I would agree.
Fuck my life. Can I just use intelligence? Fuck.
Well, if you
1d20.
don't
It is
know
intelligence based, so you get the intelligence
Yeah,
bonus.
roll 1d20 plus your intelligence modifier since you don't.
Yes, I quit.
Oh my god,
Fuck
you
you
got a
guys.
crit.
Wow.
Fuck you.
Somehow he pulls off an actual verse of the chant.
So not only does he pull off the chant of light, but he pulls it off like a boss with a very proper presentation. And everyone in the square seems to be calmer, and they actually start to seem to very quietly chant it with
Serena
him.
disapproves.
Augustus just stands there in awe.
Tommy's just sort of off to the side, staring at a wall, enlarged.
Yami, would you help me put up wanted posters, please? It's upside down, isn't it? No. After the chant slowly starts to subside, you see Blondie go over and talk with what looks like one of the higher up of the town's guy dressed slightly fancier than everyone else. Comes back. He motions for everyone to gather around.
Well, we need to evacuate them.
Yami's still staring at the wall.
Porthos is gonna grab Yami and just fucking point
Spin
him
her around.
wherever.
Spin her
Yeah.
around.
Can't. This is enlarged.
Well, this is after that's worn off.
Oh yeah, 10
He-
minutes.
he
Yeah,
looks- He looks around at everyone, and he puts his hands on his hips and he says, well, we have enough manpower now to where we can station people here for defense. For those of you among us who wish to take it upon yourselves. You would be compensated, but we could use some manpower here to keep watch in case things go bad. I know it's not a very glamorous job, but for those of you that would want to do it, that position is up.
We need just more than manpower. That that thing they did, we cannot stop it. We need mages.
We
Or
have we do have a few ballistas in the stockade down south that we could bring up, and we
Hmm.
also do have some mage power coming in. So
Can we get some of those mages to enchant the ballista bolts?
I can do
'Cause
that.
If we
Hell,
get any more raids, I'd like to take care of those ships before they get to shore.
Indeed, I will. I will personally see to the defense of this Dorn right now.
might I be bold and suggest something that might take some time to do, but if we do it, we won't have to fear those things. What
I'm all
if we
ears.
go find someone who knows how to make their formula, their explosives, and then we make it ourselves, or at least find one of those, reverse engineer it, and make one ourselves. So when they come, we bombard them with their own weaponry.
Okay, well, second is possible if they attack again, but do you know anyone that knows how to make these?
Well,
But
my
can
captain,
Jacqueline make one of these things?
It would take research, but you'd have to
Well,
spend
we
some
have
time.
a bomb person. If
Jacqueline,
oh shit, if they pull resources together, maybe I broke my chair.
oh shit, you
Oh,
fat ass, you
no,
fat ass,
I broke the handle on the side.
you fat ass.
All right, so
I need a new chair.
you paused it.
Jacqueline.
Well, it's
Alrighty.
pretty old.
Well, Jacqueline will speak up and just say, given some time, I can do the research and most likely recreate it.
Jacqueline, might I suggest you speak with my capitan? My captain has tried to replicate it for so many years. If you want to talk someone who can research it with you, it would be him. He's been doing it for so long. He is
Good
so
to
close.
know.
He could taste it.
Good to know.
He did give me a list. He pulls out a soggy piece of paper. Never mind. You might want to ask him for some herbs he was looking for that was supposed to find, but alas, I was passed out in a hole for 2 days, so I couldn't actually. Just ask him for the plants, and he said he was really close into finding the right formula.
I will. Do you know where I could find your captain?
Did the captain say if I'm allowed to tell everyone about the? You know what? Fuck it. I tell Jacqueline about the fucking secret uh port.
Quote unquote secret.
Yeah, quote unquote secret port where Isabella and the captain found it. I think
Alrighty.
that's where you will find him.
Fuck, I want to do that today.
Blondie kind of looks up and he's like, "All right, well, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and see if I can send you guys back. I'll stay here and keep watch. Make sure to send the
Okay.
Inquisitor to send some men."
I will try and help Jacqueline and the captain into researching and gathering materials for this defense mechanism.
Perhaps take the other dwarf with you.
Yes.
The other alchemist.
Yes.
The other alchemist, yes.
I'll try not to drink more of his potions. I really do not want to touch or see fire for the rest of my life.
Blondie kind
Uh,
of waves. Blondie waves his hands a bit, and another red portal opens up. He says, "You all did well here today. Let's make sure this doesn't happen again. because these will be more frequent in the future. This is
We
And
just-
I'll
will
be
re-
sure to let Iron Bull know so he can help organize a defense here.
Yes. This was a fun game. Now it's a whole new one.
Well,
Can we return
games
now?
usually lead to children.
So, Blondie, do you want anyone else to stand behind? Do you want me to
I won't
jump
make
in,
you.
or-
I won't make you if you don't want to, but it would be appreciated.
Oh, don't worry. It's fine. Besides, some of the people here could use the company, I suppose.
Indeed, and I wanted to make sure we don't have any stragglers coming back.
This dwarf will promise you that we will return with something we could use to destroy those ships. Preferably their own weapons.
Anybody
be
else
fine.
staying behind?
Jacqueline turns to Yami and just go, Yami, will you be staying or coming with us back to the headquarters?
Yami seems to stare for a moment and then points at Jacqueline.
Back to headquarters it is.
All right, so
Augustus.
I'll be heading back to headquarters.
Saris and Blondie stay behind as the rest of you go back to the Inquisitional headquarters. Blondie kind of looks over at you, Saris, and he lets out a sigh. He says, "All right, let's get to it. Let's start by giving these people proper burials." He looks around at the circle and he says, "All right, everyone go up. You know what to do now. By order of the Inquisition, let's get this place cleaned up and get these people proper burials."
She nods and follows his lead.
You guys go about doing that. Takes some time, but there doesn't appear to be any stragglers. You guys look around and it looks like all of the enemies have left. Saris, you do notice something as you guys are cleaning up and helping out the town and whatnot. As you guys are carrying crates and getting everything kind of organized, it seems that one house in particular is unburned, like some others, but they seem to have painted an odd red mark on the door. I'll describe the mark as best I can. It is a circle with 3 lines going down the middle.
Oh shit.
She will ask Blondie, especially like, what is that? She'll find him and just inform him of it.
He comes up and he kind of squints at it, takes a closer look. He's like, "I'm not sure. I'm not familiar with the Kuhn symbols, but it's definitely Kunari. We'll have to ask Bull or one of the others and see what he says." And you see him pull out a little thing of silver thread, and he whispers some words into it. Looks like he's doing another sending spell. He waits, holds the silver thread up to his ear. Seems like he's listening for something. Stops, turns and looks at you. And he says, "Apparently it's a mark of war. Sometimes the Kunari mages can use it to mark certain locations, and, well, the other Kunari at the base didn't really know what that meant, but it seems that it's a mark of claim. This town is now theirs." Which I don't think so.
Since it's untouched, do you think they set up shop in there?
Blondie looks at the door, looks back at you, looks at the door, waves his hand and casts open. Door slowly opens up and he's like, "Why don't we take a check?"
She nods.
He looks at the whole house and he holds out his left hand and he summons like this giant fireball. And he kind of straightens up and he uses a ghost sound to boom his voice. And his voice echoes over the hills. He says, If you deem yourselves enemies of the Inquisition, step out now and you will be spared, or you will burn. For a moment, there's no reply. And then finally, you see not a very large Kunari man, but somewhat medium-sized, walk out the door with no shirt, nothing but a loincloth on, maybe some boots. And he is covered in blood. Cuts, bruises, lashes. He just stares at you both.
The hell happened to him?
He says, I am no friend of you. I
What?
tried. He stands there and he starts to kind of waver a little bit, and it looks like he's going to fall forward.
She's gonna catch him.
You go forth to catch him, and you see that his back, it looks like someone has whipped him a lot,
Mhm.
and not with ordinary looking whips. His entire back is just cut up to shreds.
She will just lightly put him down.
Blondie kind of walks up to him and looks him over a bit and pulls out potion, kind of gets the guy to wake up just a little bit. He says, drink, this will help. Nari very slowly starts to drink, and you see some of his wounds already slowly start to close up. He says, thank you. The people, are they safe?
Most of them are.
I told them, it's not our way. Not like this. We are warriors, not murderers. But we've forgotten that. So they
Look,
punished me.
Just relax, okay? Just take it easy. You've been through quite a beating. It'll be alright.
I tried to save them. I tried. And I failed.
Well, honestly, I don't think so. The fact that you tried, that's more than you can say for a lot of your friends. Well, former friends, I suppose.
He just kind of looks at you with a very distant face. And he slowly kind of nods off. Blondie immediately starts doing medical attention, and he's going to cast Cure Moderate. Slowly start to heal the guy.
Yeah, Saris is just very quickly just gonna go through the building. Just gonna have a look. Just to make sure.
You go through the building and you look around. And eventually you get down into the cellar. And you notice something interesting. Down on the cellar, on the stone wooden floor, there is a giant circle. This circle is painted in blood. It looks to be very similar to the circle outside on the door. Even for someone who is not absolutely skilled in the arcane, you know that this definitely looks like blood magic.
Fuck. Okay. That's bad. Kind of just rubs the bridge of her nose a bit. There's nothing else here. They haven't put supplies down here of any kind, like weapons or anything.
It is almost completely abandoned.
Yeah. She's gonna get up again. She'll find Blondie and she'll just say, "So I think they've set up some sort of thing in the basement.
All right.
I don't know, but I'm thinking blood magic."
Okay, watch him. And he goes into the house.
She does.
He comes back about 15 minutes later. And he looks exhausted. He kind of just rests up against the house and says, "Okay, I think I dispelled it and I scuffed the circle, so should be good."
She comes over and supports him because he's
Oh, thank you.
all over.
I think we stopped it, but that was nasty. That was I don't know what that was. I'll have to do more research on this. Here,
Like
let's
like a back way in, like a teleporter, or what?
Yeah, that's actually kind of what it does, except it doesn't step through like mine does. It steps through the Fade. It steps through the Fade itself. The portal to the Fade. I didn't think that was possible using that kind of magic.
Well, you're sure it's gone, right?
I scuffed the circle and dispelled it. If someone does try and use it, it's going to be a mess. There's no way someone's getting through that.
That's good. That's good. All right. Why
Yeah,
don't you sit down as well? Just
Yeah,
sit down here and
yeah, we'll rest a bit and then we'll see if we can get this guy over to that inn over there and recuperate.
yeah. He will notice the tip of an arrow that's sticking out of her side. She's
Hey,
broken it off, and a bit of a cut. She's wearing like not leather armor, but she's wearing clothing. She doesn't seem to be too bothered by it.
You gonna take that out?
Oh, right. Sure. Want to help me?
Yeah, sure. He reaches forward and braces, and
All right, just
roll a medicine check for him. Hold on. Yep, that's enough. He kind of helped twist, and both of you together managed to get the bolt out.
after a
can
bit of screaming, she goes, "Thanks a lot."
Yeah, no problem. That didn't look good at all.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, I've been through worse. It's fine.
Yeah. Oh, good to have you. How's your first day on the Inquisition going for you?
No, it's fine. It's fine. She looks over in the direction of the family she kind of got out of there. Believe it or not, it feels quite good actually.
Good.
Masochist.
Because while we're going to do the best we can to avoid this, we definitely might be witnessing worse than this in the future.
Well, here's hoping that's not going to be the case.
Here's hoping
But
we
I
can
get
stop it. Good to have you on our side, Saris. And the camera will pan back to the headquarters with everyone arriving.
Well, as soon as we arrive, I'm going to turn to Jacqueline. I think you should find Bull.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna find him first. He needs to know
Yes.
about this.
I'll go report to.
Liliana, please. She needs to know so her scouts can be on the lookout on the coasts.
I was thinking Priscilla, so she can also check my leg, but if Liliana is who you want, then Liliana it will be.
Jacqueline,
Please and thank you.
shall we meet in the stables in an hour so we can go find this secret cave?
Sure.
He nods. Do you want to come with Augustus?
The secret cave has me intrigued.
Well then, In an hour, we shall meet in the stables and get us some horses. I am gonna go to find Zach and have him look at my burns.
And really quick, Porthos, do you mind if Yami comes along with us?
I really do not care. I just want to find those damn bombs.
I mean, sort of perks up, looks over, tilting her head.
Yami, will you come with us to the cave in about an hour? Meet us by the stables?
Boss, and then a nod.
Just so you know, if we are bringing her, you take care of her. I will not be holding a blind girl's hand through a very weird adventure, I say.
Dwarf, your lack of chivalry astounds me.
I do not care. Shut up. I will meet you in an hour. He walks away.
And I'll be sure to bring you some of my brew.
He just walks away now. He's gonna find a doctor to heal his fucking burnt face because he looks like Sandor Clegane from Game of Thrones now.
And maybe
So,
his asshole. Get a prostate exam for that burned ass.
Oof, that might sting. Like, oof.
Like an icicle being asserted.
Serena, as
Zach
you
puts on some ram intestine gloves.
Serena, as you head towards Liliana and whatnot, you run into Colin on the way, and he comes
Of
back.
course.
And he starts walking with you. He literally just turns and starts to walk with you, and he's like, "What in the hell happened? Don't tell me we got attacked on two fronts."
Wait, what do you mean two fronts?
Well, we just got hit down on the southern shore.
Isn't that where we were?
No, we went to the north.
Oh. Well, we were on the north.
They've hit both of our trade. Damn it! Punches the wall.
Are you right?
No survivors.
You're kidding me.
Not even Boris? Because
No.
Boris went to that one.
I assume
no,
he means the population there.
I mean
Yeah,
the population. No, Boris is fine. Me, Boris, Bull, me, a few men, Clem, Kim, we're all fine. We're all fine.
Well, on the north, we had about 30 casualties. Not everyone was done, but they have these contraptions that shoot explosive balls, I suppose.
Indeed, we've been calling them, typical cannons, except they're a lot more bigger and, shall we say, more destructive than.
Well, if you
Other
want to
ones
join
we've
me, I'm
seen.
going to Liliana for a report.
I might as well join you.
Well, yeah, better
And you
not
can
say it twice.
you can see that there's a little bit of blood splattered on Colin's plate armor, but other than that, he doesn't seem to have any wounds.
Well, I have a fucking bolt sticking out of my leg.
He looks down. He's like, "You gonna pull that out?"
When I go to see Priscilla.
He doesn't even wait for your concern, and he just pulls it right out.
And a squirt of blood comes out. Yeah, thanks for that. Apparently, you have a knack for causing me pain lately.
He immediately starts to gauze it and wrap it. And at that point, you can see that now that he's turned his left side to you, you can see that the left plate armor that usually goes down just above the elbow on his arm has been completely shattered, and he's got that arm wrapped up.
I see you did quite a beating as well.
Yeah, it took a shaft to the arm. Some kind of poison in it.
Did you see anyone? Should you even be out in the field? I mean, you're still recovering.
I'm fine.
I
gonna let
haven't
it-
given you your dose today.
Yeah, it's just we'll get to that
Okay.
later. Let's
Yes,
go
let's-
let Liliana know what happened.
We'll go
You-
up to the tower.
You proceed up to the tower to give Liliana the disturbing report.
While they're headed to the tower, Can I go to the doctor and then the quartermaster to buy some healing supplies?
You can, but this is actually where we're going to end the session right now. So
But
I'm
I
gonna
wanted
hit-
to see Ivan.
Oh, don't worry. We're going to do plenty of sessions for after this, but right now this is good for one session.
Yeah.
Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. I'm going to go ahead and stop the button now.